Hi folks, Pete here from Ashton's Cars. Today looking at a 59 plate Honda Civic. This is the SI, so it's the 1.8 litre with the VTEC engine. It's kind of like a junior Type R. Sits just below the Type S in the range. It's got a lot of features though that you tend to get in the Type S and the Type R, but without the high insurance. Little bit down on power from them, but still got that VTEC engine in it. It's a 1.8 litre in this case. And it's still got the 17-inch alloy wheels, which as you can see do look very nice with this bright red coachwork. So let's scan out a minute just to show you the car in all her glory. She's a very good looking car. I do like a nice bright red car, and it does suit the Civic. It's kind of the classic colour for this model. This car's done 115,000 miles. It's in very good condition. It's not without the odd light mark. Just for example, a very small mark there at the bottom of the tailgate, and a little bit of a stone chip type mark by there, but not really anything that's going to put you off, I would have thought. It's very, very clean for the age and the mileage that it's done. They're quite a distinctive looking car, these. I'm sure if you're looking at videos of them you're probably quite familiar, but you've got the twin exhaust pipes on the rear, which do look very, very sporty indeed. You've got that split rear screen. Very nice styling feature that. It hasn't got rear wash wipe, which you could say is a little bit of a criticism of it, but I suppose it doesn't really need it because of the angle that screen's at. So coming around this side of it, you could be mistaken for thinking that this is a 3-door car. It is actually a 5-door. The handles are tucked away in the door pillar here, and as you can see inside it's got matching red carpets and a half leather interior, which does look very, very nice indeed. Now the front door handles are again quite unusual in their design. It looks like something you'd see on a Smeg fridge actually. You open it like that, and there's a space age interior here. It really is quite different, this car, from anything else in the class. And you know, when you look inside it here, it's quite futuristic when you think this car is around about 11 years old now. So let's have a quick look inside. So first thing is we put the key in the ignition and turn it, but to start the car we actually press a button by here. Let me just turn the aircon down a little bit so you can hear me talking. So as you can see, it's very futuristic. It's got kind of a split level dashboard with a big speedometer at the top, a digital speedometer, and then this large rev counter in through the wheel. The speedo is very good in that it's literally in your line of vision. You can always see the speedometer, so hopefully it means you're never going to be speeding. And you've got a nice big sort of rev counter which is kind of race inspired right in front of you. The car does redline at 7,000 RPM, very, very high for a road car. I'll just give it a little rev so you can hear it, hopefully. As you can see, it's very quick revving, very eager. When you hit about 5,500 RPM, the note of the engine does change as the VTEC kicks in, and you can feel that it produces more power at those higher revs. So it's a car that does love to be revved, but it has got, this one, a 6-speed manual gearbox. Someone's changed the original gear lever to have this carbon fibre look, race style gear lever on it, but it's very nice. The throw on it's very short, it feels nice in your hand, and it's, you know, with the 6-speed it does make for quite a relaxed cruiser. So big sweeping lines on the interior on this particular car. As you can see, it's unlike any other car that you will find. It's very difficult to show you properly on my camera, but basically my line of vision is like that. Hopefully you can just about see from where I'm sat. I've got a speedo right ahead at the top, and that nice big rev counter just below it. It does feel quite sporty when I'm in here. It's got quite a nice 3-spoke steering wheel, which is quite chunky, and you know, it does feel nice in my hand. It's all trimmed in leather, that is, and the seats are trimmed in half leather, which again does feel great. I've also got some storage compartments here, and inside here I've got sort of USB points for my phone and stuff like that. cup holders in here, which with that slides back. So plenty of oddment space, plenty of practical features on the car, but a very sort of unusual and sporty interior. And as if you look down there, you can see I've got these rather nice metal pedals with a nice clutch rest as well. It does feel very nice on the sort of heel and toe of your feet. It's a great driving position in this car. So it does feel sporty. Inside here, to be honest with you, there's no difference between this and the Type R in the way it feels to sit behind the wheel of. And performance wise, it's certainly not as far off as you would think. It's got a lot of performance, this car has, for one of the lower end models in the range. Let's just have a quick look outside. So I'm back outside the Honda Civic now, and one of the features that again is quite surprising on this particular car for something that looks so sporty is the boot is huge. So very big opening, very wide opening. As you can see, almost the whole back of the car comes up. The lights stay up on the tailgate there. It's got this floor as well, which can be clipped down like so to create even more room. So a very clever design. And the seats in this car, like all Hondas, one flick of the switch, they can fold completely flat, giving you almost van-like proportions in the rear. So a very practical car, as well as one that looks extremely sporty, especially from some of these sort of three-quarter angles. Another criticism, if I'm going to be honest, is that there are one or two very minor curb marks on the alloy wheels. It's always this one that gets the worst. It's always the front passenger side, because that's the one that's near the curb. And if you look along the top there's one or two little nicks in it, which we're not going to refurbish it for, because it's in keeping really with the age and mileage of the car. They do attract stone chips, Honda Civics do as well. The front end of the car is very low, as you can hopefully see. But if you zoom in on this one, you can see that the bonnet is actually quite good, but some very light stone chip in there, which is quite normal on this car. Another area that does tend to get chipped on these, if you're looking at Honda Civics, is above the windscreen. But on this particular car, there is no real sort of chipping on the windscreen, above the windscreen level at all. So that's something that's very good on this particular car. Overall, for a 115,000 mile Honda, it's in excellent condition. They come with an absolutely legendary reputation for reliability, these cars, so certainly do not let that mileage put you off at all. The car has got a fairly large amount of service history, but has been self-serviced by the last owner. But I do know, having met him personally, that he did change the cam belt within the last 12 months, so that's all been done on this car. If you're interested in this car, please give me a call. It's 07932 873 646, that's my number. I'm happy to arrange delivery anywhere in the UK, and I'm also happy to take your old car in part exchange. In the meantime, please give us a like, please share the link to this, and subscribe to our channel for even more updates and more cars like this. Please comment below, give us a like, tell your friends and family, and I hope to see you very soon. My telephone number, one more time, if you need to call me, is 07932 873 646. Please give me a ring, arrange a viewing, and I hope to see you very soon. Thanks very much for watching.